It's
know.
just life, man. It's life's slowing down.
Fucking up my feed.
I mean, I heard a little bit, but it's not bad.
All good. Just a question.
Good to be back, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was about to
missed
say,
the
I haven't seen Woody in a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Okay,
3
man,
weeks,
life-
2-3
life-
weeks.
Stuck
life
with
catches up
Gunky
sometimes.
And JA.
This is the first thing
A
I
fate
want to.
worse than death.
First thing I want to do, guys, is I want to apologize. Not because I wasn't here, because that's pretty bad, but because you were left with replacement level talent.
I know.
This is it was like a strike season.
We call them enhancement talent.
Yeah, it's a bunch of jobbers coming in here.
champions.
Exactly.
Bunch of trans jobbers coming in
Jesus
here.
Christ. Off to a great start. Welcome,
But I'm back, baby.
Welcome to the SVW podcast. My name is Roman. As always, I'm here with Heck
You.
and back for the first time in 3 weeks. Woody is
Yes,
here.
sir.
Dad life.
Yeah. We are just 3 today again because the gunk is down the shore and
Down the shore.
could not get a replacement for him. What?
That's always it. Always. I'm from the West Coast. People go to the shore.
No,
People
we
go
got-
to the coast.
Yeah,
we go
no,
to
yeah.
the ocean. You come over here and everyone
It's
is
always
down the shore.
Yeah, that's
And
what you say.
I'll never understand that because it's like sometimes you got to go north to get to the shore. Even
Pretty much.
And
I
it's-
think
Still go
it's
down
like-
the shore.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you do. I don't
I
know.
don't get it.
I mean,
It's
one
down
of
the
those
sea
mysteries. Oh yeah,
I
that
don't
is
think
true.
it's that much down.
I think
Philly's
it's
trying.
down a little
I was
bit.
reaching there.
Yeah.
Is it like a button up, button down situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it goes either way, but you don't say up the shore. Yeah, I'm going up the shore. That sounds crazy. You
It
say
sounds
I'm
just
going
as crazy.
Going
as
up to the shore.
You say I'm going up the mountains.
up the mountains, down the
Down
shore.
the shore.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm
Yeah,
with
maybe
it.
if I was like living in the Poconos, I'd be going down the shore. But if you're in Philly, you're going over the shore to the shore.
All right, you know what?
Shore side.
Potato. Listen,
Going to the left of the shore.
listen. This isn't
Head
a
east.
language podcast.
It
This
could
is a
be though.
wrestling
If you guys
podcast.
want to do it, you guys make a little transition.
I don't know about
Do
that. We
No?
can talk.
All right.
We
We'll
can
talk- we'll talk
We'll
wrestling
workshop
then.
it. We'll
Yeah, we'll
workshop
see.
Look, we got a big episode for you guys this week. Saturday, Money in the Bank. You guys excited?
I'm as excited as Triple H is for Money in the Bank.
Triple H hates Money in the Bank.
You know what? I did see that actually recently.
Dude, just not a fan.
Kind of weird.
So we could see a quick cash in maybe.
I think that
that'd be
could
crazy.
be a move.
Just to get it done out of the way.
I mean, women's still batting 1,000, so that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I enjoy it.
I'm actually more excited about the women's.
Yeah.
I really enjoy ladder matches. And a Money in the Bank ladder match is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So much fun to watch. There historically have been so many good ones. I agree with what Gunky was saying, I think, last episode. I don't know if it needed its own...
Gimmicks. And
I don't know if the gimmick needed its own pay-per-view.
Right.
And once you have it, it's a little weird
Kung
sometimes.
always talks about he misses when it was a part of WrestleMania.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It's a guaranteed ladder match at WrestleMania.
It's funny though. Now it's become a big pay-per-view. Like,
It's because
Yeah.
they can always sell a briefcase.
that's so true.
It's extra
It
revenue.
is genius. It is genius, and especially when
Looks
they
like
make
more
like,
than that, we get into some
the
pits.
custom ones. Yeah, for real.
Even though they take 8 months to ship.
Oh my god.
Will be available in December.
Yeah, they're like not even the Money in the
cashed
Bank
in already,
winner.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. After that, we're going to talk NXT. Big star in NXT last night. Mariah May has
Got real
arrived.
glamorous.
Yeah, glamorous. You know what? They did that thing, though. They did the thing that they did with Ricky Saints. They didn't tag her.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, we don't know if that's going to be her name.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be something with, like, glamorous, because she said it twice. And
Well, that's like their tagline.
That's the tag, yeah,
That's
yeah.
how. That's the.
You
they
can't
can carry
copyright
over
that part.
Yeah, they can carry over glamorous without
Right,
carrying over.
yeah, yeah.
But Mariah May is just her name. That's her first and middle name.
right, yeah.
So like, I don't know what her. Actually, I don't even know what her last name is. So maybe they go
Isn't it
skip
May?
with Mariah. Then
Maybe they're just
make her
waiting for,
shoot.
like, the ink to dry. You know what I mean? The lawyers
Right,
to
yeah.
figure out their
I
shit.
think there will be a name change though.
Mariah May Mead.
Mead.
Like a full name change, or like a little, like Ricky Saints, Ricky Star. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Honestly, I hated the Ricky Saints name change, so I hope it's not that bad. But
Well, listen.
I think it'll be something similar to the Ricky Starks.
It's all better than JC Mateo, so
Yeah, from the boy band.
it's unreal.
I'm JC Mateo, and I'm a bad boy.
Yeah. Then, unfortunately, we have to talk about some upsetting releases. R-Truth and Carlito. just devastating.
Carlito took his PS5 and went home.
Yeah, for real.
I think that's like a pretty good like severance for him though.
Yeah, I would say so.
He also got
I mean, he just won the title in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I would say you got the WWC.
I think they said he had like
title,
2 weeks left. It would have been cool, like maybe like on Raw, the last little something to go to the Judgment Day story. Yeah, it's just gone.
Exactly. Or you like whip up a quick angle where he's like, I quit the Judgment Day and WWE. You know what I mean?
That's not cool. And then
exactly.
he like leaves.
That's it.
WWE.
Like, that'd be awesome.
That's not
Spit
cool.
some apple and like
exactly. Triple
Finn
H's
Balor.
face.
Yeah, he's like, I'm tired of you bickering.
Yeah, like that would have been great.
It's just like a note with his like to Judgment Day, and it's just a bunch of like spit apples. Like, fuck, Carlito's
awesome.
gone, man.
And the broken PS5.
Yeah. And R-Truth, of course, is unbelievable. But we'll get into that. Then we got to talk Fyter Fest and AEW. Hopefully, had my note corrected to Fryer Fest.
Yeah, of course, yours
like
auto-corrected to Fryer.
I knew you were going to say that.
4 matches or 5
There's
matches?
There's 6 matches,
so it's
and
gotta
it's
be
a
more
4. Yeah, hopefully our recap won't take as long as the pay-per-view is going to be. Well, it's actually not even a pay-per-view.
It actually auto-corrected to Fryer Feast when you tried to type it.
Now you were just waiting to think of that joke while I was monologuing.
No, I was just being polite
I don't
and
think
waiting.
like the Fyter Fest is probably good because like it automatically made me think of like the Fire Festival.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I was like, that's the worst thing to think of.
Yeah,
you want to stay
don't
as far away from that brand as possible.
100%.
Ja Rule comes out, it's murder.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out Ja Rule, friend of the show. And then, of course, before we leave, we have some quick hits. But let's start at the top of the card. Money in the Bank. First up, the Money in the Bank men's championship match.
Fyter Fest is a 4-hour pay-per-view and 4 matches on the Money in the Bank card.
Yeah, exactly. Solo Sikoa versus LA Knight versus Penta versus Seth Rollins versus Andrade versus El Grande Americano. Who do you guys got?
I was gonna throw it out there when we do the women ones. Don't say the verses. Always been just a pet peeve of mine. Just you can just list the names.
Just like that other thing that we're not going to talk about.
We know that it's like we know they're all against each other.
Okay,
it's not like
who would have
friends.
the best merchandise briefcase?
Damn, that's a good question.
El Grande Americano.
Yo, honestly, that's what I was gonna say. Like an American flag briefcase.
Man, it's
I
gonna
was
be red,
telling
white,
Woody,
and blue.
I was like, what if El Grande Americano won? I mean, I know he's got a busy day. Him and his alter ego, but
yeah,
you know, maybe he loses at the AAA to Vikingo, and that's who he cashes in on. That would Triple H doesn't like the Money in the Bank. That gets him. You know what I mean? And not really have to worry about it. You know what I mean? AAA cashes in on Vikingo, wins the AAA title, and then they get the blow off match. So
well, wait, isn't the Vikingo match earlier?
Vikingo will win at the event at AAA.
Yeah.
The second match would be Chad Gable or El Grande Americano cashing in match 2, blow off match.
Oh.
Vikingo gets his title back and unmasks El Grande Americano.
It definitely needs to be a real luchador that unmasks him. It's got to be something
right. I mean, you're like disrespecting.
It's got to be like a mask versus mask match.
Yeah. What if El Grande cashes in on Chad Gable? That would be insane. Then he would show everybody who was like, it's just you.
No, it would just be like, this happened at an undisclosed location. The camera footage was lost.
I just thought about like Scooby-Doo. Like, I would have got away for it if it wasn't for these damn kids.
They unmask him in the ring, and it's somebody else.
Wouldn't it just be amazing if Chad Gable had the title at some point in time, and then Grande Americano had the Money in the Bank?
That was so sick.
They just like never
keep teasing it.
Yeah, because it was like, if I ever lose it, I'll throw on a mask and go win it back.
Yeah, true.
I got like an insurance policy in my pocket.
Yeah, it's so true.
This whole match to me was just like a what could have been match, like LA Knight defeating like Shinsuke and Aleister Black. I was like, I would have preferred.
I don't even want to talk about Aleister Black because I forgot he was even there.
Yeah, like I'd prefer Aleister Black. Well, you're giving everyone else like huge homecoming and like, oh my God, Penta, Rey Fenix gets a WrestleMania match. And Aleister Black comes back and he loses to LA Knight.
Didn't Aleister Black have a match on SmackDown like this week? I'm pretty sure he did.
LA Knight might have won because Slim Jim apparently got like a new branding deal with WWE. Okay. So now anything below the mat, I believe, is going to have a Slim Jim logo. So like the tables, chairs, TKO can get more money off of it.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a briefcase with Slim Jim.
Oh, and they're dangling. So they're dangling Slim Jims below the waist.
What if he goes to cash in and they open it up and it's full of Slim Jims instead of a contract? That would be crazy.
He's like got to dig through all the Slim Jims to find the contract.
And then it's like, he's like, "Where's the contract?" That'd be crazy.
But in that same vein, Jacob Fatu and both Jacob Fatu and Carmelo losing to Andrade. I'm like, damn.
It's like crazy.
Would have preferred either one of those.
Right. Either one over Andrade. But then, I mean, somebody's just got to get their ass beat.
Even like Grande Americano, I'm like, why not AJ Styles? Like, why?
Why not carry
the dude's on his way out, and we don't get an AJ Styles appearance at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and he put on like a couple sick spots in this match too.
Yeah, the dude doesn't have bad
Grande
matches.
Americano's there for like some spots and comedy.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I like Grande Americano. I think it's a funny thing that they're going, and I'm fine with it. But I just not to the behest of AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I feel like it's fun, but it's got to run its course at some point where you're just like, all right. Like, you know what I mean? But I think the AAA stuff will kind of keep it going for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. But a less is more situation. I don't want to see Grande Americano every week.
Right.
And that's why I don't want him to win the Money in the Bank. Because if he wins it, he has to cash in real fast because that will get real old. He was wearing Chad Gable boots in that match.
Yeah.
Well, see, they talked about it.
Yeah.
The airport lost Grande Americano's gear bag.
And he happens to be the same size shoes?
No. He even said they were a little big for a Grande Americano, but he made it work. He put 2 pairs of socks on. He was just looking out for the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, there you go.
That Chad Gable, he's a stand-up character, I tell you what.
He is. He really
But I feel like at the end of this, like, it's got to be Seth Rollins, in my opinion, because you got the stable, you got Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, you know what I mean? Like, you got these 2 guys, there's no disqualifications, so they're getting involved. Like, man, these guys just come in, like, run roughshod over, you know what I mean? Throw people off ladders and shit. So fucking Braun Breaker runs down a thing and spears somebody off a ladder. And then Seth
I want them both holding a ladder on both sides of the ladder while Seth's trying to climb up, and they're just like holding everyone back.
They like line everybody up on the ground, like put the ladder on, they just like sit on it, like go ahead, take your time.
Right.
But I'm like, if Seth doesn't win, like I don't know, like shit like that, they're building him up to be such a like dominant force and like you know what I mean, the big heel. But if you lose, like I feel like your credibility, it's too soon for your credibility to be like fucked up.
They shouldn't be. Well, they're messing up other ways too, in the sense of like they shouldn't be winning. They're interfering too much in matches, and they're winning matches like not clean. Like the whole point is that all 3 of these guys are absolute beasts.
Right.
Yeah.
So they should all be running roughshod over whoever they wrestle. Like Bronson Reed should go in and just squash match whoever he wrestles.
Right. Yeah. There should be no reason for them to have to like cheat or whatever.
Exactly. They don't need that shit.
Right.
They're good enough without it.
Yeah.
But then you bring them in for this, a multi-man match. Okay, now you cheat. That's when you want to pull the cheat card.
Right.
It's got to be Seth. If it's not Seth, I would say it would be Penta. Another amazing briefcase possibility.
I think Seth or LA Knight.
Just because I think the Penta briefcase though, if it had like some like
imagine him
black
coming
and
down
white
like the Razor Ramon, little like creeping walk with like the briefcase in his hand, like
yeah.
It says like smooth operator in the bank or something. You know.
I just can't wait for my favorite spot inevitably on this pay-per-view when one person's on the ladder and everybody we're underneath, what's gonna happen, and then they fall off, you know.
But yeah, I'm surprised Melo's not in it.
Yeah,
because he was my guy to like have that crazy like moment. You know what I mean? That like, oh shit, he just did this off the top ladder, a 450 court trick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something.
I will say
but
this.
Now we got to count on Andrade for that.
As I get older, I look at them climbing the ladder differently. When I was young, I was like, how come they climb the ladder so slow? And now I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm when I have to climb a ladder now, I'm just like I'm shaky.
Right.
Just like, whoa,
exactly. Yeah.
Three ladders up, 3 rungs up. This is kind of high.
Right.
This is a little dangerous. If I fall,
you could probably relate because you probably had as much concussions as some of these guys, right?
Oh yeah, the one if I can remember
more. Yeah.
Depth perception is pretty off.
Exactly.
I get dizzy. I get the vertigo now.
Next up, we got the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, Stephanie Vecchio.
Way better than all the verses, right?
And they still get the point.
Yeah. Who you got?
They're like, was that one long name?
I think me and Woody are in agreement on this.
This is Naomi's time, man.
She's doing her best work, this heel. And then imagine the yellow tape all on the briefcase, the caution tape.
Damn, yeah, that would be a sick briefcase. You're totally right.
I want her to have her own special ladder,
Stephanie Vicor and Julia, they just got there. Like, they went to NXT for a very short time. And I get it, you know what I mean? Like, just to tweak, get used to it. But they also put belts on them right away in NXT and then moved them up to the main roster. Like, if they put one of them two, as much as they could be justified, it's just too much too fast.
Yeah. It's like you say we call this strapping a rocket to someone, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they're absolutely strapped a rocket to
trying
them.
to strap a rocket to either one of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of strap going on. You're trying to get strapped by one of them, I know. But you put too much juice in that rocket, it's going to blow up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because it's like, if you get to the top too fast, where do you go? You can't stay there forever. Like, where you go? Alexa Bliss, I feel like she's got shit going on, storylines that she can kind of. They tease some different shit with Charlotte. There's still rumors about the Wyatt Six.
I want Alexa Bliss to do so much, but I can never quite find like where she fits in the best.
Right.
But I love her, and she's a great worker, and she's great on the mic, and she's a great character work. But I guess it's always just like never seems the right time or the right place.
Yeah. What if
this once
Roxanne
again doesn't feel like that?
Yeah.
Then she goes back to Judgment Day and with Dom and she's the Chicky Nuggies.
I don't know. You got 3 people that were on NXT 2 weeks ago.
That is
it's just wild.
In that
half
sense,
your match, and then the other half is Alexa Bliss, 5-time champion, Rhea Ripley, the biggest name in like women's wrestling for the last 2 years, and then Naomi, like you said, who's doing the best work of her career, and she's a former champion as well.
Yeah.
In that sense, I do agree. I think it's going to be.
She just had to get rid of the glow up, and it just get dangerous.
Yeah. Rhea Ripley obviously has a chance to get it because she's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
So she could just be like, she might just Brock Lesnar at the day of and be like, I decided I'm going to get it.
Next match with Io Sky that they keep, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But see, they don't need that for, you know what I mean? Throw a tournament or something and like Rhea Ripley can get the Io Sky, or maybe she helps Io and Io's like, you know what, I'll give you a match. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I back Naomi mainly because she's one of my ilk. She is a hater.
She is.
And the fact that I see how
much
much
champion.
I'm
championship hater.
Yeah.
You know, I got the trophy to prove it. And seeing her hate so much and watching her hate rise like a hot air balloon into this beautiful landscape that she's in now, I think she deserves it. And that just shows you what hate can do. If you let hate into your heart, it can lift you up or rise above all the people that are obviously below you.
Yeah.
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 You got that right.
Very inspirational.
Yeah, very inspirational. Next, we'll go to the women's match. Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch.
I got Becky on this one.
Yeah, me too.
She already took the L to Lyra. And the stipulations, what is it? Lyra has to raise Becky's hand. And acknowledge her pretty much. Or Becky can't challenge for the title as long as Lyra has it anymore. I think there's still like some meat on the bone, the kind of mentor-mentee thing.
No meat on the bone with Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's no meat on the bone either one.
I was gonna say, neither of them really.
I got Lyra. I got Valkyria 100%.
See, I see. Really? I see Becky winning it, cheating to win. So when Lyra has to raise her hand, you know, it's like
there's like a turn or like a couple.
I gotta raise. You didn't really earn this.
Raise a hand, then she gives her like a beat down in the ring or something.
Like, which is pretty much what Becky did to her. You know what I mean? Right. When won the tag titles or lost the tag titles, but like something like that, and then you get the blow off. You always gotta have the rubber match. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So then you know what I mean. We get that. Becky wins the title, and then maybe they get the SummerSlam.
Something like that, yeah.
Lyra can come up and.
I see it as Becky realizing that she may not be
the
man anymore. She may not be the top performer anymore. But what she can do is get her protege and just push her over the fucking top. And how can we get the next person up the most? Let me go out there and I will just keep working and doing it the right way and just elevating this young talent.
Yeah.
But
And
that's why I think
I see you're going to more of a long-term elevation. I think it's wrapping right
comes
here.
Back around, you know what I mean, and she does get it, but gives her a little challenge. Everybody, the chase,
I also don't want to see Becky as the women's Intercontinental Champion. That's also another reason. It's just weird.
Yeah,
it is a little weird.
You're a champion, like a heavyweight champion.
2 times.
Yeah,
Becky 2 belts.
2 times. After that, what I'm assuming will be the main event: Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. What do you guys think?
I have no clue.
Man, I don't.
Cody can't take a pin. So Logan Paul takes the pin. He's been pinned before.
I don't know either, to be honest.
I'm pumped if this is the main, like, the headline match, so I can have an early night.
Not everybody is, but we'll get to that.
Yeah,
yeah, for real.
I mean, I feel similar about this as the person we're going to talk about, but just on like a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't care about this match at all. This is such a
It just moves separate stories along, I guess. Like, I don't know. I would have rather seen somebody put a title on the line.
Yeah, I agree.
It feels like a celebrity softball game.
I know. Actually, that is. I totally feel that.
Like it's not like meant
Bailey,
to be real.
Shooting hoops.
Yeah. The part-timers versus the OGs. That's what it is, really. You got 2 part-timers, basically. And then you got...
I don't like not... I mean, calling Cody Rhodes an OG over... Calling anyone OG over Cena seems weird, but I
I got your point, but I would say...
Cody Rhodes ain't out here fucking doing fucking whatever that new movie... Heads of State or whatever... Coming July 2nd on Max or on Prime.
Yeah.
What movie?
It's called Heads of State. Him and Idris Elba. They're like 2 presidents or some shit.
John Cena?
He plays the president. I did.
Actually, you know what? I saw the trailer and I was like, I might watch this.
I might check that trailer
I'm also
out.
a big Idris Elba fan.
Me too.
Yeah,
and I was like, I might watch this. It's like an action movie. I was like, all right.
Roman Reigns movie, Heist, with Eddie Murphy and Pete Davidson comes out, I think, August? Very soon this summer.
Really?
I think I can't watch
Roman Reigns plays like a mob boss.
Does he
he just plays, he's just like, acknowledge me.
Does he hijack the whole film like he did the WWE for 3 years too?
Damn. That's called The Pickup.
The Pickup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Pete Davidson and Kiki Palmer.
What about Becky Lynch and MJF both being in Happy Gilmore too?
Yeah, and Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. He's a wrestler.
Bunny.
You're right. He's a wrestler. Bad Bunny.
He just put that thirst trap photo out a little bit ago, and it's like Calvin Klein's, and then he's like playing was he I don't know golf, but
he's
a caddy.
Yeah,
he's a waiter playing a caddy.
Yeah, he's like who becomes a caddy or some shit.
Classic Happy Gilmore.
Oh my gosh, classic Happy
I'm
Gilmore.
looking forward to seeing that.
Fuck
yeah, me too.
It'll probably be terrible, and I'll love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's straight to Netflix.
100%. Well, yeah, I mean,
that's how much we care about this match.
We started talking about Happy Gilmore too. Yeah.
I feel like Cody and Jay got to win this one. Logan taking the pin, like I said.
Cody
just came back. He can't it's like the redemption or to get back on him to like situation.
Is Logan in this match just because the idea of Travis Scott wrestling didn't work out?
Probably.
Yeah, Triple H said that's not gonna work for me, brother.
We're like, oh shit, I didn't know you were 5'4" and 125 pounds.
Yeah, he looks like Gumby, dude. He's built like Gumby, like that. He can't wrestle like that.
What's the next pay-per-view?
After this, there's
before SummerSlam.
There's
Jacques Bermond's
Clash
is not going to be ready for that either.
Or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh, Clash is it?
It's
France?
The one in Paris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clash at the Tower or whatever.
So maybe
is it called Clash at the Tower?
Jacques is there. Jacques, right?
Oh, Jacques would go over big in Paris.
He like puts on a French accent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know with this one, man. Like you said, I want to say that it is.
This is like an unnecessary match. Like I don't know.
The thing is, I don't even know what the point of it is.
No, it's like nothing.
Like what
Paul,
happens?
I don't even know how Logan Paul and John Cena really ended up together. Like they were just beefing with separate guys, and those guys were friends. So like,
the story's so weak now. Like, I'm gonna ruin wrestling. So I'm getting this guy who's like an asshole.
I'm gonna help this YouTuber.
Like Dude.
Also, I don't feel like Cody and John Cena should be interacting with each other so soon. I feel like we needed to push this further down the road. I don't think.
But that's the thing. He doesn't have that much time left. Like that's a problem. Like,
right. SummerSlam
with these long terms.
So is he terminal? No. Cena? Is this Cody Rhodes doing a Make-A-Wish for John Cena?
God, no, those kids turned the tide on him.
He must have caught something.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but I decided not to. But you didn't. I don't know. Like that turn was so sick, and everything else after has been buns. So like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but is that the point though?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? He's ruining wrestling.
I know, but like, if he's ruining wrestling, I want it to still be enjoyable.
Yes,
100%.
Just black and like boring. You know what I mean? Like
I know
it will never be. Then it will go down as the biggest waste of time. You know, it'll go down as like you can have like people you hate. I mean, I'll take Roman Reigns. They turned him into someone that you kind of hated because he was doing everything. He was cheating. He cheated to win for 2 years straight.
Yeah.
And
he ruined wrestling. He held the titles for too long. He kept down every talent so they couldn't raise it up. He ruined wrestling in an entertaining way. You know, John Cena, this is not entertaining.
See, that was I guess subjective way of doing it.
True.
Where it's like you may have hate it, but like
I did.
Obviously, right. You make that very clear.
Want to make sure everyone knew. Yeah.
But I didn't hate it. You know what I mean? Like I do agree with some points, but I didn't like hate it. I don't think it ruined wrestling.
No.
Where like John Cena, they're like, no, he's going to ruin wrestling. Roman Reigns, you feel like you know what I mean? Like my opinion is he ruined wrestling. Where like with John Cena, they're like, yo, this guy is going to literally ruin wrestling and make you hate it.
Right.
Then they have to understand that's a bad storyline. Because you can't be like, hey guys, we're gonna put on like I'm the champion now and I'm gonna put on a bad show and you're not gonna enjoy it. And that's the storyline. Is that
no? We're only gonna have
this
four
won't be fun.
matches on this card.
Yeah,
because I want to go home early.
I don't know.
That should be it. He should take a chair and hit the ref in the head,
right?
And walk
and
out.
Just walk out.
Like done.
Right.
Like hopefully, we have some good moments in it, but
yeah, I hope
that's you know what I mean. That's grasping at straws, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, that's Money in the Bank. I guess we'll report back after.
And that'll be following AAA.
Yeah,
I will say
free on YouTube.
The only thing interesting that might happen is just Cody made a offhand statement that the deal was still on the table to sell his soul. If
Cody turns.
If Cody turns.
That'd be crazy.
If Cody turns and joins John Cena.
And then Rock and Jacques come out.
They beat the shit out of Jey Uso because obviously he's a good guy. And then like Logan's trying to celebrate with them, and they're just kind of like look at each other, shrug, and beat the shit out of Logan Paul too, just because like why not?
I would like that. You know what? I would like that. If that happens, let's go.
Best
case scenario.
Face.
Yeah, that's the best. Yeah, best case snenario.
No, he's just like
everywhere except for Japan.
Right, exactly.
Logan Paul will never be a face. He'll never be able to get over as a face.
He won't.
You love to hate that guy because he's terrible.
He is. Next up, NXT big signing.
It was one of those things that was all over the internet leading up to it. Like
the Gilman said
AEW took her off the roster page.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if we could pull up the audio.
What if Tony Storm comes out?
If we could pull up the audio of directly after that Hollywood ending match, from when we had our podcast here directly after that match, and I told you guys right then and there, I heard some rumors from some sources that I couldn't say, but Mariah Omega's gone from AEW.
Yeah,
she's coming to AEW.
Well, we know those sources are good
literally called it the day after that match that she was done, and she wasn't on TV ever again for AEW after that.
She had a great reception too. She really like drug it out and like soaked it up, like let people cheer, and
Someone made this reference, and I think it's absolutely perfect. Her run at AEW was just like the territories, where they had this like awesome star come in, start a program with your top, lead up to it,
right.
take the title, let the champion like fight back to get the title, lose the title, go for one more time, fail, lose it, leave town. Perfect. Like you can't have her time in AEW was one storyline.
Yes.
And that storyline was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
brought in
Mina
Shirakawa being over there,
So she even like kind of on my way out. Here's to fill the void.
To be able to kiss. If we didn't know Mariah May, know Mina and Tony Storm making out.
I love Mina. Mina she's fantastic.
Me too.
I think NXT is a good spot for her. With Stephanie and Julia, Roxanne just moved up.
Maybe Jordan Grace is moving still.
Run down there. So it just like confirms that J.C. James was just, thank you for your time. Here's something. You know what I mean? We're gonna give you the belt for a month or two.
It's a great pat on the back for someone who's been holding down NXT for years. And there's a void to be filled, and Mariah May has the personality to fill that void.
So I feel like she'll be down there for a long run. It's not going to be a Julia Stephanie situation where it's like two months down there, win the title up on the main roster. I feel like Mariah May is going to have like a year run, something like down there.
I agree with you. It's going to be her NXT for a while.
Right.
NXT is getting glamorous.
And I loved when they introduced her, when they literally put her up on a pedestal.
Yes.
They literally said,
that was awesome.
You guys are all number one contenders. That's cute. No, here's the real one. This is the one.
Even though they didn't give her a name yet.
She's literally 10 feet higher.
Her name is the next NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah. She's 10 feet higher looking down upon the rest of the roster. And that's exactly where she stands. Like, it was very metaphoric in a way.
I mean, I know she had a tryout there back in the day. And they were just like,
"Oh, really?
You're just not ready." And she was even a model for like merch. I saw like a clip of that. Yeah.
She was a super fan too. She used to like post because she was crazy on Twitter. Like people used to follow. She has a huge following on Twitter before she was really a pro wrestler.
Continuously, you saw like she's posting with like Triple H's poster, like different events. Yeah. So she was teased. She was even the breadcrumbs.
Yeah. But she was like, she used to post like outside the stadium before a match, before like a pay-per-view about how pumped she was to go watch. Like she's just been a WWE fan her entire life.
That's awesome.
This is a dream come true, and she deserves it.
Totally. And then we had Trick versus Mike Santana TNA Championship.
We talked about last week. Like props to Mike Santana for like being able to get away from a shitty situation in AEW and like kind of reinvent himself in TNA. Solid match, and then freaking Casey Navarro and Flop Dollar made his return to NXT.
Top Dollar's looking good though. You got into better shape. So that's good.
He might be able to get over there without falling now.
Yeah. And Casey Navarro is...
He's like, you guys can't call me Flop Dollar anymore.
Casey Navarro is legit. He felt like he almost got signed for WWE a couple years ago.
Oh yeah,
too. Yeah, during when Vince came back for a second.
Okay.
And he put a freeze on all hiring. That is the only reason Casey Navarro wasn't signed. Like that, yeah. So it's like
fucking Vince, dude.
So it's like hopefully this will be maybe a second chance for him to bridge that gap. But I mean, Trick's this is such a cool storyline of having. I know you guys got to talk about it, but having someone in NXT hold the TNA title is it's insane. I still can't get over it.
The only thing that like NXT, it's a third brand, but it's still like developmental for you. Know what I mean, like you're not ready for the main roster,
right? In theory,
but it's like WWE, like like our special. You know what I mean? Like our training team can beat your team.
yeah, exactly.
Kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's like salt in the wound. Like y'all ain't good enough to beat our. You know what I mean? Rookie training.
It's like I always wanted whatever college team won like the national championship to play a game against whatever NFL team had the worst. Does I say what's
that would be
the best college team versus the worst pro team?
Like
relegated.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, Jaguars.
Damn.
You now play for Alabama.
Jaguars.
That'd
down
be
bad
hilarious.
this week.
But I mean, that's just like I was saying before. I'd still say, like, if you come from the main roster, you fight somebody on NXT, you lose. You're on NXT now.
Yeah,
they
right.
move up to the main roster.
I love
your
it.
spot.
So like, yeah,
I think it's a great
Trick
idea.
running around with the title,
Especially if they had like a big board, and there was that relegation line, and you were just like, oh shit, like hey, Karrion Kross, we all love you, but like you're getting kind of close to that relegation.
close
you
to
gotta
being
you
relegated,
gotta win
my
some
friend.
matches and get away just to make sure you're safe. Because if you go down there and you draw Ethan Page on a bad night, the dude's crafty.
Yeah.
You don't want to end up in NXT. And he'll find a way to go ahead and get up there.
They should have it though. They should have a shoot fight, like the deciding match.
if it's
like
club, then a basement.
Yeah.
So then we're good. Karrion Kross is always good then.
Yeah, he's like a legitimate badass. He's like a jujitsu.
It's like Roxanne Perez. You will face Braun Strowman. Yeah.
She's gonna fight. What's the chick that was on LFG? The big burly chick.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
the
who
one
you're
looks like a
talking
thumb.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Her face does not match her body at all. Her
Roman
body,
Fiorella in a wig.
Wow.
her body's like she's like jacked and ripped, and then she has like
her
this.
face doesn't match.
Yeah, like she
Yeah,
like.
you're right.
I don't know how you work out a face, but she needs to.
Yeah, she got like that like chubby baby face kind of.
I think she needs to mew. I think that's what it is. I think that
Yeah. She might have to.
she's not mogging nearly
She
enough.
might have to do a little mewing.
So I'm interested to see
mewing
who
practice.
from TNA is next with Trick. Now that Trick got some TNA backup, so I guess even when he's not there, they can fuck with shit.
As long as it somehow ends with AJ Styles going back to TNA,
That'd be sick.
winning the title from Trick, and having like a 6-month run at TNA to
See,
for his
AJ Styles
retirement.
winning the title that in TNA and like it's different.
But I want him to win it for TNA. I want him to win it back and then end his career there, because he is Mr. TNA. Like that's where he made his name, and he made them famous. Yeah, I don't think he's doing much.
Listen, get back on them perks. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Maybe it'll get
you're
crazy.
amazed what you can do on them perks.
It's true.
Right.
Next up, sad news. R-Truth and Carlito have been released by WWE.
Carlito, sad.
Yeah.
R-Truth,
devastating.
So
He had a match, like he had a main event match, like a week ago.
Mateo.
and he just had the pay-per-view, and his shirt said like the
when he
Ron
was
Cena
released,
shirt still selling
Yeah.
high,
when he was released, he was the number 2 shirt on WWE.
which is crazy.
and just to put it out there, neither of these guys were actually released. Their contracts were
not
up.
renewed.
And they're not.
They were not renewed.
Yeah.
R-Truth is actually given a contract that he declined
yes, I did
because
see
it was a lowball offer,
Yeah, I feel like that's TKO, not WWE.
which is
though.
crazy. Because
It's insane.
They're just getting rid of the old guard. They're getting rid of the old guys. They're like, your return on investment isn't matching what we pay you.
Here's the thing. I
it
get
is.
it.
R-Truth is.
yeah.
Oh no, R-Truth totally is.
His ROI was amazing. The guy's
I would have
consistently
kept him
putting
around
out
and training morale, fucking the locker room.
He's a glue guy.
right. You know what I mean? Like some people, you got to have those guys back there, like maybe producing, helping something. I don't know. I feel like there's mad
many things they
positions
coulda
that he
done,
could have done and
instead of
transitioned
just not doing
to.
his
But also,
stuff.
did
They
he-
would have benefit.
In the last year, I think he had 3 top-selling shirts.
Yeah.
Because when he had this run with the Judgment Day.
Yeah,
The
that one
Dominic.
was sick. Yeah, and the one that was like taped over or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
He helped get when the Judgment Day was kind of feeling
100%.
boring and
that's-
flat. He helped like add that little humor and like fun to it, where it's
I was
like,
just
I
gonna
want to
say-
see what happens next.
I think without R-Truth, the Judgment Day is not still around.
Right.
I think he prolonged them. I think he
There was
kept
that
them
lull
hot.
in that period, yeah.
Because they were getting kind of stale, and you were like, oh, what are they going to do? Then he made it really interesting again.
Damn. I'll never forget when he smoked that cigarette.
It's so
Smoking that
crazy
cig
the
is
support he got
crazy.
from
It's insane.
everybody.
Everybody outpouring.
Yeah.
I've got-
Miz took down all his fucking like.
You know who I feel bad
shit.
for? Is Carlito. Because
Yeah, 'cause
I mean, he
nobody
just won a
cared.
title in Puerto
I
Rico.
know, like,
so,
you're
he
like,
took his PS5 and he went home.
I just like, if we're sitting here and we're like, hey guys, Heck and Woody were released from the podcast, and then there's just an
That's what it's
outpouring
I'm gonna do
of support for Woody. Oh my god, I can't believe Woody's gone. Woody's gone. And you're like, Heck's like, yeah, but like, I'm gone too.
That's not cool.
That's not cool.
Do you think Triple H called him into his office and he was like, "Hey, you're fired," and he was like, "That's not cool," and Triple H was just like, "Okay, pack your stuff."
He's actually like, you can't say that anymore. That's owned by WWE.
Actually, he's like, "Man, that's mean."
Well, R-Truth got an OnlyFans coming out. Well, he
said he's putting his dick out on the internet.
He said
Good for
it's
him.
a new Twitter, but it's like OnlyFans. He was like, "Welcome to my new Twitter account."
That's it. We'll have to check that out, and
he said, "Welcome to my new Twitter blog. I may not only allow fans, but I'm considering haters too." Mark Henry, feet pics in 30 days, and maybe Big Jimmy.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
He's gonna whip out his Big Jimmy,
dude. If he could be up in the ranks. Like, you never know. Like, what if it's like
he's following Mandy Rose and Cora Jade's.
Yeah, he's got like a Too Cold Scorpio type situation. You never know. I guess only time will tell.
R-Truth had
Jimmy was the whole time. His like big dong that he like just talks to. Like,
yeah, that'd be crazy.
R-Truth had an amazing career.
Incredible.
And this, I don't think I would be as sad about it if he didn't have this like John Cena angle right at the end, because it kind of felt like,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh shit,
like
they're giving R-Truth a little run. But let's just ignore the JC Mateo match, because his last time on TV was getting beat by Jeff Cobb.
Which is crazy, because the same thing I was saying earlier about Carlito, like he said he had like 2 weeks on Raw. I would have had, some type of segment, like send off for him, like not even like a full send off, just like
maybe they didn't know because the contract he hadn't declined it yet.
Like
maybe
Dom and fucking Finn are like beefing, and Carlito's just like, that's not cool, and you know what I mean, and then just like spits an apple and then like leaves. Like,
we're like, Finn makes
unplug his PlayStation, and like
Finn makes a shitty joke about him or something like that.
Right.
Like, man, you're treating me like I'm nothing. You're treating me like I'm Carlito over here.
Yeah, dude.
And he's like, that's not cool.
Right, and then he just leaves. Like,
he's gone forever.
Just something.
Yeah, instead of just being like.
But if you want to say, let's just go to Saturday Night Main Event, R-Truth's last real match.
Maybe he tries to hook up with Raquel one more time, and she just like plays the shit out of him, and he's just like, man, I'm out. Fuck you.
Maybe that's a story that
I'm Puerto Rican, not Mexican.
Is now that they're dating, he can't be on TV anymore because he finally got her. But if R-Truth, you ignored R-Truth and JC Mateo's last match, then R-Truth's last match would be Saturday Night Main Event against John Cena, where he's wearing the Last Time Is Now shirt.
Right.
And he goes out.
And he lost.
Yeah,
so
on his back.
Because he lost. Right.
Goes out on his back against his hero. Yeah. It's kind of a nice way to end it. It's not a bad way to end his career.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Which makes me feel like
what a shame.
It was like a sudden like decision.
Maybe that
he
was
smoked another cigarette, and they were like, "That's it."
But instead, he went out calling Jeff Cobb Husky.
Yeah.
Is this your Husky kid?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like the section where you buy your pants, Roman?
These are from J. Crew, bro.
The Husky section?
No.
You don't get.
These are
it's in the back of Gene Barn.
XL. J. Crew. All right. So why don't you relax? Anyway, very sad, but I'm sure R-Truth will get some work. And Carlito, maybe he'll ride off into the sunset,
Dude, R-Truth could, if you went out there and put out, like, hey, a couple $1,000, I'll come to your indie show and set up a ladder during your Royal Rumble.
That'd be sick. Just to do that, yeah.
He'll fucking book. He can be booking for the next, 5 years. No problem.
Yeah.
That dude will make so much money.
Totally.
If he wants to. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Next up, Fyter Fest.
Wait. On the other side of the wrestling cinematic universe.
It's been so long since I heard it live. I was waiting for it.
Well, yes. On the other side of the wrestling cinematic universe, AEW has a 4-hour show on television. It's not a pay-per-view. There's only 6 matches, which is weird because usually there'll be about 15.
Which makes me nervous because I'm like, how long are these matches going to be?
Yeah. So we'll go through the card. I'm just going to read through the card and we'll give our impressions. So this first one actually is a 4-way.
Not mad at this match.
Omega, Castagnoli, Brody King, and Mascara Dorada. Then after that, we've got Jon Moxley versus Mark Briscoe. Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler versus Templario and Atlantis Jr. Thomas, Tony Storm, and Mina Shirakawa versus Julie Hart and Sky Blue. And then trios match, Ross Jalisica and the Beast Mortos versus Speedball, Commander, and Kevin Knight. And then
that match.
Tekla versus TBA.
Oh, TBA is dangerous.
He's-
Watch out.
Yeah,
TBA.
TBA got a hell of a record.
Yeah, you're right. Like, some of these matches actually sound good.
Yeah, that trios match is gonna be so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But then it's like Moxley versus Briscoe. Like, we know Mark Briscoe's not beating Moxley.
Do you think there's gonna be
It's
bloodshed?
just gonna be a bloody match. Right,
man, I
right.
don't
Somebody's
know.
bleeding that match. Period.
Yeah.
The Tony Storm, Julia Hart, Sky versus Mina Shirakawa, Sky Blue match is like my
Porn?
4 types of women that I like. It's that's crazy. That's
You
gonna
got
be a
the
fun
Asian
match.
with the big boobs, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Tony Storm got that
I feel like it, like
greaser kind of like 50s,
I feel like
60s
they
kind of girl
custom made a
vibe.
match for my algorithm.
Sky Blue with her big ass dumper.
Sky Blue, man, it's so pretty in person. That
Yeah.
one of the few times I've ever been speechless. It was me and her.
The trios match might have some cool spots. Dralisico, Commander.
The first match,
Kevin Knight, he's like Black Will Ospreay.
Kevin Knight's
Yeah.
awesome.
Omega
Yeah,
and
he's all- that's what I'm saying.
Castagnoli, Brody King, and Mascara Dorada. That'll be good.
I'd like to see like Brody King get a little like love. You know what I
I
mean?
would
He doesn't
love
have
that.
to pin Kenny to get it. Maybe like
Yeah. He's got a sick.
Mascara Dorada like takes the pin.
I also like that they're all from 4 different countries. That's kind of nice.
His band is.
Is that
sick,
the whole
too.
thing with Fyter Fest? 'Cause I feel like they like.
Well, they're building up to Arena Mexico, right? So that's why
Oh,
like
to CMLL.
Yeah. So I guess I wonder why that's. I don't know.
We know FTR is not losing to fucking
Yeah,
Atlantis
like,
Jr. and Templeano.
Man, FDR's been having some like really botching matches recently,
Yeah.
and then you go to against people you haven't wrestled against like that style in a while. That could be an absolute shit show.
Right.
I've seen Templario wrestle. He's good.
No, these they're good wrestlers. All 4 of them are good wrestlers. I'm saying like FTR's been fucking up recently.
Yeah.
I'm really this could be a really fun match, and I like what they're doing with Stokely.
Right. Like if
Yeah.
Templario and Atlantis Jr. are just moving too quick for FTR,
Yeah.
like.
Dude, there's no reason this has to be 4 hours. I just don't see how.
There's got to be more TBA matches.
Maybe, yeah, but it's like it's tonight. Oh wait,
No.
what?
June 4th.
To
The
June
place will
s-
take place for June 4th and 7th.
No, but there's something else. Hold on. There's a thing about it
From
being,
June 4th to June 7th?
No, it's a 4. It's just keeps going. It's just it never
4D
ends.
hours.
It's 3 days.
No, but there's
It's a 3 day long fucking.
there was a thing about how long it is.
I don't know. I don't think it'll be 4 hours. I think.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I
But-
think there's something else too that.
Oh no, go down. It was there. It was a 4-hour special that includes Dynamite and Collision. So that's what it is. They're combining Dynamite and Collision because they're not going to try to run against Money in the Bank.
I just think
Or
it's crazy.
AAA.
4 hours is a lot, but what do I know? Tony Khan.
So is that just a card
Who's got
for Dynamite? That's not the card for Collision?
oh,
maybe? I don't know. Trying to understand Tony Khan here.
Yeah, it's hard to
I
understand.
don't know,
him.
it's
Here we go.
it'd
Here
be
we
cool
go.
if you had
He
like
got
a,
that like good
4
Mexican
hour
fucking
special
shit. And
event.
he's just like, I got an idea,
Oh,
guys.
here we'll hear from the Hurt Syndicate. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's like
The Hurt Syndicate MJF's going to be like a half-hour long, like.
It feels like something
Yeah.
that a
Promo.
producer would have figured out beforehand, though.
Yeah.
what are you
Throwing
talking
that out
about?
there.
Just so they add one segment that's 2 hours? No way, bro.
We're gonna hear a 30-minute monologue from each one of the members of the
Yeah.
Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't see.
You know what I think? They're actually one of the things they're gonna talk about there is they're. I heard a rumor about this. They're referencing that this podcaster who talked about Bobby Lashley beating the ever-living piss out of Guevara and
Yeah,
and
Guevara.
some old washed-up retired
Yeah.
Rhodes.
Listen, yeah, they're gonna clap back at us.
Yeah.
They're gonna clap back. They're gonna
No,
be like,
they're going to support it. They're going to be like, this is the only guy that has our back. They're putting JA in the Hurt Syndicate.
that'd be insane. He's like, hey guys.
He's like, we hurt people.
We hurt people. Yeah. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. I don't see it, but I don't have the book, so.
That's just to let you know I do.
I'm about to say,
listen,
I'll
even
watch
when I'm
it
not on,
tonight.
I listen.
I was.
Well,
gonna
I'll
say.
watch it tomorrow. I'm lying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it tonight.
Well, yeah. We have recorded almost to the end of our time as usual, but got a couple quick hits here.
So yeah, next week I'll let you know how Fyter Fest
it'll still be going.
It'll still be going, all right.
We got KO still waiting for neck surgery. They're like thinking about if he's ever gonna wrestle again, right?
Yeah, that's crazy because I love KO.
Yeah, he's great.
A prize fighter, man.
He is one of those guys, hypothetically, that say he couldn't wrestle.
Right.
They should hire him immediately and keep him as an announcer backstage. The dude's one of the best talkers in wrestling history, I think, with a camera on, camera off.
I feel like WWE would. I don't know if TKO would. And I don't know. It's like a weird time for shit like that.
Yeah, it's a bloodbath. People are getting slashed left and right.
Take a free for all. But I mean, best of luck to him. Hopefully, the next surgery goes good and we see him back in the ring one day.
I hope. Man.
It's one of those things too.
Him.
I mean, it's not like he's gonna get in worse shape. So
he comes back all ripped and jacked, like when Randy came back, or AJ Styles,
crazy.
Jinder, Drew McIntyre. Right. He's just gonna come back not fat anymore. It's just like fucking.
It would look weird on him. I think.
Is that Wardlow or KO?
Yeah, exactly. Wardco. Well, yeah.
Also, still speaking of, no sign of Wardlow.
Apparently, he's off the injured reserve list finally, but we'll see.
I don't know if he's going back to AEW or.
Well, he'll be in NXT.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's hope
he's going to beat fucking
Obafemi. That'd be awesome.
Would it be like Viking Low instead? Because they like to switch war to Viking.
Yeah.
JA got arrested yesterday.
Damn it! You beat me to my joke. I was gonna say JA. I mean, Liv Morgan's stalker was arrested.
Apparently, they found stuff in his like confirming that who he was. Like, he had like a bag with him, and they like had stuff in it, like duct tape and like chloroform. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know exactly what it was, but I do know. Seriously, they did find stuff in his bag.
Can I ruin chloroform for you guys?
What?
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all.
What do you mean?
They make it look like you like put it on and you like pass out instantly. Like you would need like a large amount on a long period of time.
You need a consistent dosage of chloroform going into someone, breathing it in for 3 to 5 minutes to knock them out, and then to have it consistently breathe it in after that to keep them knocked out.
It's not like, here, Roman, did this rag smell funny?
I gotta know,
sleeping.
It was ruined for me, and then it's come up like 7 shows and movies I've watched in the last 2 weeks.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
I'm so bummed about it, so I had to ruin it for all you guys.
Well, you know what's crazy? Like, I always think about, in movies when they're in like a plane and they go from the cabin to the hold. Like, you can't do that. It's not a real thing.
Pressurized.
Right? But there's no like entrance at all. There's no like.
The entrance is on the outside of the plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just watched Flight Plan last night. The whole movie hinges on the fact that you can. There's no.
Sorry, Con Air. But
that's what I'm saying.
No one's gonna find your kid's teddy bear. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Absolute bullshit.
You're just ruining fucking life for me.
I know, for real. Next up, Joe Coffey's selling his fucking used drawers.
Now you can't
say Hex grabbing some. I heard Hex grabbing some. Hex trying to get some for free.
Selling underwear.
No, it's not his underwear.
He's
it's
just selling. Trunks. Yeah, he's just selling trunks. But
in the picture, it looked like just a pile of underwear.
Right, like a laundry day.
Yeah, exactly.
Laundry day at the old coffee household. Yeah.
I tried that once. It didn't go well. No one bought.
Maybe R-Truth can sell some underwear on his OnlyFans.
That would be crazy.
AKA his new Twitter blog.
Them things probably smell nuts.
These were on Big Jimmy.
No pun intended. I didn't even mean to do that.
Probably smell nuts. It's great.
Yeah, Joe Coffey.
I need to send him my draft pick from last year, and maybe I can get a free pair.
I was gonna say, if you guys didn't know,
Scottish ball sweat.
I guess that's the best you're getting out of that draft pick.
Heck loves Joe Coffey. He's put him over many times.
The thing is, I wish that I could remember who I drafted, so I could like lord it over you how much better mine is. But
I can't remember.
I honestly I can't.
The only thing I remember about the draft is that Heck drafted Joe Coffey.
He was so just like set on the Coffee Boys.
I know.
One of them, he's gonna pick Joe, but one of them's gonna go over big.
Yeah. Didn't really
It should have been like Drew McIntyre's Scottish backup or something, like the Highlanders.
That would have been sick. The Highlanders.
No, you can't be the Highlanders. There can only be one.
Yeah, fuck.
You can't have a group of Highlanders. That doesn't work.
It's impossible.
The infighting would be ridiculous.
I've seen.
I love those movies.
I've seen them try to do it before, and it just doesn't go well.
Yeah,
Back in the day, watching those, like the show and then the movies.
Sean
you know,
Connery.
the entire first soundtrack for that first movie was done by Queen.
I believe
Every single song is
That's
Queen.
so sick.
It's like, how do you make a movie better? Entire soundtrack by Queen.
And finally,
I was gonna go.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a story. You know, Stephen King made a movie too, where the entire soundtrack was AC/DC.
he did.
It was his
What
only
was
movie
it?
he ever directed, called Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of the movie.
It's the only.
Who did it?
Stephen King.
He
It's
directed
based off a
Maximum?
Stephen King book, but it's the only one he ever directed. And
Isn't that where the car like goes crazy?
And the entire soundtrack is AC/DC.
Damn, that's sick.
He made a lot of bold choices.
Like, is it AC/DC like that? They made music for the movie, or it's just like Back in Black?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's just the AC/DC songs.
It's like the best of AC/DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car.
No,
goes
it's not
crazy.
even. They couldn't afford the best of. They got AC/DC B-sides and rarities.
Starring Emilio Estevez.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's top 10 for me.
Giancarlo Esposito, isn't it? Damn. All right. I gotta.
It's got the girl that does the voice of Lisa Simpson.
She's a Scientologist. I found out last night.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I know. And finally, before we get out of here, how could we end the show without talking about our favorite guy, Rikishi? He's going to WWE. He's saying he's pissed how they're booking Jay.
How they got Jay in a tag team match on Money in the Bank.
With two of the biggest stars in the company,
Right,
sucks.
you're in there with Cena and Cody.
Probably headlining
I'm gonna read
the fourth or fifth biggest
here we go.
pay-per-view of the year.
Why? I mean, Jay is a world heavyweight champion by himself. Okay. Oh, they really need to fire creative services over there now. Just book me so I can book my son's matches out there. Like, I mean, okay, you had me when they brought in Logan Paul to face Jay. But damn, I wouldn't have beat him the first time they locked up together. Could have just waited till a cage match or a gimmick match. Paul's got heat, and this will probably be his biggest spotlight in WWE, and they're both young. Shit, come on now. So now you beat Paul, and now where you go? Into a tag team bout?
It works better, too, if you picture it as a 400-pound man with a bleach blonde goatee wearing sunglasses indoors.
Right.
He's sick,
like he's playing the
dude.
outfield.
He's so sick.
This guy
He's
is
so
like,
sick.
Like John Cena's also there.
Yeah.
how dare they put my son in a match against John Cena? The disrespect.
Yeah.
So we were talking about earlier, he's akin to like a little league dad who's just yelling at the coaches, yelling at the umps, and
My
you're just
son's
like,
playing first base. My son gets more playing time. That's like Rikishi, basically.
and now he's not allowed on the field anymore.
Yeah. When do you think they'll stop letting him in the building? I think they already have, probably.
I mean, I'm surprised he can fit through
You're
the
like,
door.
you know what, Jay? You're dropping the
just
title.
horrible.
We're fucking tired of your dad.
Yeah. can
I
you
hope
imagine?
that's why. I hope that it's someone like
He
Seth.
probably has a Legends deal.
Seth takes the title from him,
that'd be
and he
great.
says it's just because he hates his father.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
sick of hearing your dad
talking
talk
too
Tired
much
of seeing your
shit
dad's
online.
Twitter rants. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We had to end on that one. But
We've gotten to our time.
we've gotten through our time. Guy's fucking stealing all my lines today. Of course, make sure you listen to this podcast, like and subscribe. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you consume your pods.
Wherever you indulge.
And make sure you listen to Grappling with the Gilmans. Those kids are sick. They buried Gunky for like 10 minutes yesterday on the podcast. It was awesome.
Oh, that's
I didn't
great.
hear that yet. I got to listen to that.
And of course, make sure you hit our website, shop svw.com. Hit the store in Orlando. And that's about it. Anything else?
I feel
guys got?
safe talking shit on Rikishi from where we're at right now because we're up a flight of stairs and his rascal can't get up here.
Yeah, true. Luckily, we're not down the shore, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise,
That
he'd
would-
come down and fucking beat us up.
I don't know if that's not
I'm
cool
gonna
or
give
if
you a
it's
stink
too
face.
cool.
Yeah, it might be too cool. Oh, man. Another rabble-rousing episode. Woody's back.
We're so smooth without Gunky.
It is amazing
Oh, I
how
know.
you can get and
The
without JA trying to produce over the top of
Yeah,
Roman.
he's like, 20-foot-high steel cage.
Which is my favorite
In the
gimmick.
world, Madison Square Garden.
JA will just pick something you saw down the list and be like, "Can we talk about KO waiting
Yeah.
for neck surgery?" You're like, "No, we're in the middle of the Money in the Bank ladder match."
Insane, dude. And Gunky's on his phone and then suddenly just yells out something.
I just saw a sick
there's not a
meme.
squirrel outside.
Oh my God! Did you listen to last week?
Yeah, of course. I saw how you closed the blinds today. I figured that was why.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. All right, we out.
Peace.